Hey guys. So here I am, solo, in the office by myself. We had talked about in our last video that we were going to be doing some individual videos just by ourselves. And I'm going to just be doing some chit chats, general talking about life, about goals, about motivation, about problems, about how to work through problems, give you suggestions or ideas. So this is just kind of what I want to do today is just introduce the situation, what we're looking at doing with this, with my chit chat. And then big disclaimer, I do want to tell everybody, I am not a licensed therapist. I am a licensed therapist candidate, so an LPC candidate. And with that being said, my goal is to not be a counselor over YouTube. That's not what I want. But I'm always for helping others. Um, and so I thought this would be a good way to go in and maybe give some motivation, maybe to help somebody with a ear, and to provide some feedback or some thought processes or talk about some discussions that are hard, um, because we don't talk about hard things often because it's hard. I thought it would be a good avenue for me just to be able to release like how I'm feeling, what I can do to help. We may talk about anxiety. We may talk about motivation, goals. Um, there's a plethora of options for me to talk about, and honestly, it's just gonna be how I'm feeling that day. Okay, so I might come on and talk about anxiety. I might come in and talk about my goals. I might come in and talk about weight loss. I might come in and talk about struggles. I might talk about relationships. I might talk about friendships or whatever it may be. But I want you to know that with anything that I talk about, feel free to reach out to me, leave a comment down below. Um, Even if you say, hey, I would like to talk to you, is there any way that I can get with you? I do have an email address that we can conversate in. That is a safe space. But I will not be giving therapy. I will not do therapy. This is more of a free form for me and to help you. I can give opinions and options and discuss things with it being a safe place, but do not think that you're going to be speaking with a licensed therapist. However, with that being said, let me just kind of go over that. I'm going to give you a little history. So, I was with the company for 13 years and decided in 2008, my best friend decided that she was going to school, and she talked me into going to school and went to school. Ended up getting my master's. It took me a while because in the meantime I got divorced and things changed, and I was gifted my wonderful daughter. Gifted, that sounded weird. Um, that's a story we'll discuss later. But a lot of changes happen in that time frame. So it took me a while. Um, Finally graduated in 2017 with my master's in counseling. And then with that, I started my supervision. In the state of Oklahoma, you have to have your schooling done. And then once schooling's done, you start a supervision process, which includes about 3,000 hours of direct supervision with a supervisor who has been approved to do that. Most of the time, it comes through the company that you're working for. Sometimes you pay for an external. I'm blessed because the company that I work for, they provide supervisor, and my supervisors have been very, very genuinely amazing. I've learned a lot through the process. So, um, I have primarily worked with kids. I've done some adults. I've done some anger management classes. I've done some parenting classes. But I work with kids in crisis most of the time. We tend to talk a lot about coping skills, motivation, thought processes, like negative thinking, positive thinking. And those are all things that I might talk to you guys about. I get to go back to work. Actually, Saturday is my first day back. I went in and did all my paperwork today. That's all done. So Saturday makes day one. Only going to be doing part time for a while just to kind of get my foot in the door, get it going, and I'm okay with that because if anybody knows an inpatient world, it gets crazy and it gets busy. Working with kids in general can be crazy because there's so much to take into consideration. So, yay, I get to go back to work. I'm excited. But I need you guys to know that you can explore YouTube and search 1,000 times over motivational speakers, and there's 1,000 of them. I don't want to be classified a motivational speaker. I want to be a mentor. I want to be a helper. I want to be somebody that can discuss raw things with you, but yet not take it to a therapeutic level to where we're making treatment plans. None of that's happening. This is my break. So we're not doing treatment plans. We're not doing any of that, but we will have general conversations. I think we're going to start today about something that I found throughout my life that has been so big, and it's been a challenge all of my life too. We all know what motivation is, and we all know that the reason that we have motivation is to reach a goal, whether it be wake up out of bed, get a new job, save money, go to school, get a new car, whatever, lose weight, exercise more, whatever it is, we have motivation to reach those goals. And I will tell you something that I've struggled with more than anything, I think, in the last year and 2 months, 14 months, is motivation. I am a self-motivator. I can find a way to find motivation for most things that some people can't. So thinking positive about myself. I'm motivated to positive think. I think positively about myself because if I don't motivate myself to think positive, it takes me to a negative light, and I'm not that. My glass is half full, not half empty. It always has been. So one thing that we're going to talk about that people probably can relate to in the last year and in 2 months is that COVID weight, that extra weight. And I'm here for it. I need to lose some weight because, wow, when you are not doing what you normally do for 14 months, you can gain weight fast. And when I tell you, I always fluctuated within about 5 or 10 pounds, no problem. But let's go back for me years and years. I've never been a small girl. Never. Never really had the advantage of ever saying, oh, I was a size 1 or 2 or 5 or 8. I've never done that. I've always been a bigger girl. So, with me, I became diagnosed as a insulin-dependent diabetic 3-4 years ago. And it's just, to be honest, been a struggle since. Like, they say lose weight, it gets better. Eat right, it gets better. Do this, it gets better. And I've struggled with it. I have truly struggled with it. Now, I will say part of my struggle is because I do it to myself. I lost motivation. I lost the me that pushed myself to do better, to reach goals, and to work harder, to do what I need to do. I lost that motivation. And I think what's made that apparent to me is that we were getting ready to go to Vegas, and I'm like, I have no clothes that fit. Because for the last 14 months, well, then 12 months, I had wore pull-on clothes and shorts and, what do you call those? Exercise pants. Very simple, very simple. So I didn't know that my jeans didn't fit no more. What? My jeans didn't fit? Okay. Now, mind you, 3 years ago, I cleaned out my closets and I got rid of all my 22s, 20s, 18s. All that was gone because I had lost my weight and I'm in a 16 and life is good. And, we don't need that anymore. So I had nothing for when I fluctuated because I didn't think I'd ever fluctuate that much again. So it hit then. And we're driving to Vegas and we are going through high altitudes. Now, I'm an asthmatic, so that could have something to do with it. But in my mind, I'm like, okay. So we're at the top, we're in Flagstaff, I think is where we were. And I get out to stretch, and I'm just like, I was like, it's horrible. It's struggle. And then I'm like, oh my God. I think of my neck, all this weight gain. And it hit me then. What have I been doing? So I had toggled prior to Vegas with exercising for a day or two a week or 3 days a week, whatever it is. I toggled with it. I played with it. Okay. But when I got to the point of really needing to hammer on and just continue to do exercise, though I was tired, or I was busy or whatever, because though I was home from COVID and not working, don't think that it wasn't, making sure the house is clean and grandkids taken care of and my daughter's taken care of and that William's taken care of and my mom's taken care of and this is done and there's still things that's going on that you still have to do on your daily life. And my best friend is texting me, telling me about how bad the weather's supposed to be tonight, and it's like, but y'all need a friend like her. She's amazing. But anyways, so I realized in the moment of driving to Vegas, after ordering new jeans or clothes that fit me, that I needed to find something to motivate me. And I needed to find a reason, a why. I needed to find a goal. I needed to know what I wanted. So that thought process started then. And I'll be honest, it was a thought process only, okay? Didn't go by and do anything else. After we got back from Vegas, life was life, and I continued doing what I was doing, and if a candy bar sounded great, a candy bar sounded great. But I did find, and guys, this is sad, I'm out of lotion in the office. But, I got it. Okay. I did find, see my motivation to get this lotion. So I had to squeeze and work really hard. I did find Diet Dr. Pepper Zero. So I'll tell you how it worked for me. So before Vegas and getting into COVID, I was like, I deserve a Dr. Pepper from Sonic because I can't go shopping and I can't go to the store and walk in and get anything to drink. And, I found a way to tell myself that I deserved Dr. Pepper every day. Well, it started once a week and then it went to every day. And before you know it, you just landslide and you're drinking Dr. Pepper every day. You're a diabetic, Diane. Stop it. No. I didn't have that goal setting, that motivation then to say no. It just didn't happen. So when we went to Vegas, I was very lucky because we did a quick trip to Walmart the night before we left. And there it was, Dr. Pepper Zero. And guess what? We picked it up and we brought it home and I fell in love. So with that being said, from there, what I did is I allowed myself to enjoy Dr. Pepper that was better for me. Okay? It gave me some motivation. I'm like, oh, this is good. I don't have to have bad stuff. I can lose that weight I wanted. And so I set a goal for myself and I still wasn't really hitting it. Wasn't there, guys. wasn't doing it. I would talk about it. I would tell William, okay, I'm gonna work out. Okay, work out. But I just wouldn't complete. I wouldn't follow through all the time. So he's been home for a couple weeks, and we almost think that he's just going to end up getting a local job because he hates being over the road. It's not fun. He never wanted to really do over the road. He just loves money. But we do believe that he's going to be just home now. And so we're sitting here talking, and he was doing something. I don't even know what. And he's like, I've got to lose weight. I'm like, me too. He's like, we got to really lose weight. So I agreed, yes, we do. And then I'm like, personally, me, I had to motivate myself. Okay, now I have a buddy that's right here with me that wants to lose weight. So how can we do this together? And I set a goal, and I told him, I said, look, because we were just talking about it last night or the night before, we've already went grocery shopping to where come Monday, we're not going to have breads and all of the extras that we have. We're going to go to basically a protein diet, which is good for you. But with that being said, we were talking about what we wanted out of it. Like, what would motivate us to lose this weight? Okay. In doing that, anytime that you're motivated, you have to have a goal. So I asked him, I was like, are you wanting to go to a certain weight? Is there something that you're wanting? Just like, is there an end goal? And he's like, I just want to feel better. And that's what mine is too. Like, I just want to feel better. I want to be able to go to Flagstaff, Arizona, and I don't want to breathe hard, and I don't want to have this extra neck, which, lo and behold, a lot of this comes from steroids. If you use a lot of steroids for asthmatics, you understand. But I don't want to have that extra. I don't want to have the extra belly fat. There's just extras that I want to feel better. I want to be able to chase my granddaughter around in 2 to 5 years. I want to see her graduate in, 17 years. I want to see my daughter get married, and I want to see my son explode and do what he's going to do in life. There's just a lot of I want to's, and I'm not going to be able to do it if I keep doing what I'm doing. What I'm doing is not helping. So I had to set that goal. Now I'm motivated, guys. I'm motivated. Like, I can honestly tell you that I feel better about this than I have in a long time. I don't have a number. I want to get to 200 pounds. That's not what I want to do. I want to be able to go to the pants that I was wearing before COVID. I want to be able to chase my granddaughter. I want to be able to breathe better. I want to possibly even come off my insulin. That's a long shot goal. But if I do what I need to do, and I motivate myself to not get the Dr. Pepper or not eat the sandwich, to make a better choice in eating, then I will hit that goal. So how am I going to do that daily? It's all in a mindset. It's right here. Like, I got to get up every day and say, I want me to have the best life. And to do that, I have to say no to drinking soda. No. I have to say no to eating that candy bar or that bag of chips. I have to say no to a lot of things in life at this moment, because I have to regulate myself before I can ever go to normalcy with my food. And I've done this once and did really, really well. So I know I can do it again. And that motivates me. Knowing that I've done it before motivates me. Knowing that I had the willpower and the courage to say no and to change my lifestyle before motivates me. So I know that with the goal set, again, goal not a weight. My goal is I want to lose some inches. I told William, we're going to weigh ourselves and we're going to measure. Okay? Both are going to be done. I don't care if my number never goes down as long as my inches get better. I can exercise without feeling like I'm dying. I can run and chase Tiana. I can, walk to the freaking lake. When you go to the lake, You have to walk down to the beach. Walk to the beach without being out of breath. Um, just that's my goal, to feel better, to breathe easier. And if I do what I need to do, if I wake up every morning with the motivated mindset that you can do it, it will happen. It will happen. So if you're struggling right now with weight loss, if that's something you've been wanting to work on, or if you're struggling with anything that you need motivation for, know that it all starts with telling yourself you can, setting a goal, and working towards the goal. Okay? Now, with that being said, what we're going to do is I'm going to leave it open. If you guys want to send a message, if you guys want to reach out, tell me what your goal is. Is it to buy a new car, so saving money? Is it to lose weight? Is it to run a marathon? Anything. And then tell me what can motivate you. Like, what's your source of motivation? How do you motivate yourself? Do you write down daily affirmations that you look at every day? Do you write down your goal and put it in the bathroom on the mirror? What is your motivation? What do you do for motivation? That's my question for you guys today. Again, please reach out and let me know what you think. And if you have any topics that you want to talk about, please send them to me. I thought it would be all motivation, but like I said, I can't talk about motivation without talking about, the mindset, negative thinking, positive thinking, goals. There's all the things. So open floor. If you want to discuss it, let's discuss it. If you want to talk about what bipolar is, I don't care. We'll talk about what it is. I'm not diagnosing anybody, but we'll talk about it. If you want to talk about the birds and the bees, I'll do that with you. I don't mind. So you guys lead me to our next chat, okay? This is just Diane's Chit Chat. Today is kind of goals and motivation. And feel free to please comment. If you think that this helps you, or you think that I can help anybody else, please share the page, the channel. I will have my own playlist that has all my videos once we start getting more. That way you can go directly to them. But if you just have some time and you want to see what we're up to and who we are, go through our channel. I think we're kind of funny sometimes. Maybe. I don't know. But please like, share, subscribe, get the notifications. That way when I do come on, you guys get that and you can enjoy me with me. So I'm going to shut off for today and figure out this weather situation. And you guys stay safe. And again, thank you for your time and supporting me. Have a great day.